So friends, now let us move on to the next chapter and discuss the maternal nutrition during breastfeeding. Maternal undernutrition has little effect on volume or composition of breast milk unless the malnutrition in mother is too severe. The concentration of some micronutrients, for example vitamin A, iodine, thiamine, riboflavin, pyridoxine, cyanocobalamin, etc., is dependent on the maternal status and intake, so risk of the infant depletion is increased by the maternal deficiency. This factor is most evident in case of vitamin A, where the content of breast milk vitamin A is main determinant of the infant's status at birth. Maternal supplementation increases the amount secreted in the breast milk, which can improve the status of vitamin A in infant. Maternal nutrition. Nutrition of woman during any stage of reproductive age, which eventually affects health of the fetus or infant as well as herself. Maternal nutrition impacts on both fetal programming and genomic imprinting. Remember, mother and the child dyad is a single unit. Requirement during the postnatal period. The requirements are greater as the mother needs to produce more breast milk, need to promote recovery and sustain her health, as nutritional stores of lactating mother may be more or less depleted as a result of pregnancy and loss of blood during childbirth. Breast milk has fairly constant composition and is only selectively affected by the diet of the mother. The woman who is not strict with her diet also can breastfeed successfully. However, it is important to keep in mind that good nutrition helps the mother to maintain her own health also. The most important factor that varies with the intake of mother into the breast milk is the fat. Carbohydrates, protein, calcium and iron contents do not change much even if the mother is short of these in her diet. Mother whose diet is deficient in vitamin B, vitamin A and vitamin D and iodine produces less of these in her milk. At each postnatal visit, mother's diet should be discussed. During lactation, cultural and social influences might need to be respected and myths need to be discussed. During lactation, there are no general food restrictions. Lactation is a normal physiological process. Hence, all lactating mothers need to eat well every day. Women should eat a variety of food. In general, drinking water adequately to quench thirst is a general rule. Excessive drinking of fluids is not needed. So, eat when hungry and drink when thirsty. In lactation, extra 500 kilocalories per day are required during the first 6 months. Some calories are supplied by body fat stored during pregnancy. Nutritional recommendations. Protein. Average requirement is 65 grams per day for the mother in the first 6 months, and after that a slightly less, 62 grams per day in the later period while she is breastfeeding. Vegetarians can get their proteins from a variety of legumes or pulses. Fats. Maternal malnutrition is associated with lower concentrations of lipids in milk. Adequate intake of fats is about 20 to 35% of total calories. Daily 1.3 gram of DHA is recommended for lactating mothers. Omega-3 acid is very important for optimal development of brain, retina and ears of the baby. Vitamins and minerals. Concentration of some vitamins in milk depends on the levels in the mother, deficiencies of which can lead to deficiency in the infant. These are, as we discussed, thiamine, vitamin B1, riboflavin B2, pyridoxine B6, cyanocobalamin B12, vitamin A, D. Increase in their intake is recommended during lactation. Generally, breastfeeding mother should take at least 4 servings of protein-rich food such as milk, meat, eggs, legumes and pulses, and at least 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Carbohydrates are seldom an issue, but 4 to 6 servings should include some whole grains. So, nutrition during lactation, some of the common sources of nutrition. Sources of vitamin B: green leafy vegetables, milk, whole grains, cashew nuts, almonds, etc. Outer coat of rice contains good amount of vitamin B1. Rice should be lightly washed and hence the polished rice is not very good. If mother has low levels of vitamin B12, then significant other problems occur in the breastfed infants, such as failure to thrive, stunting, poor neurocognitive development, and global developmental delays. If they are severe, they may not be reversible. Vegetarian women need to use supplements for their vitamin B12 intake. Now let's see a bit about vitamin A. Vitamin A is involved in photochemical reactions of the retina. It is antioxidant and has antimicrobial properties. The sources of vitamin A: carrots, pumpkins, dark orange vegetables, drumstick leaves, pods, papaya, mango, green leafy vegetables, milk and milk products, egg yolk and fish. In developing countries, it is recommended that all mothers take a supplementary dose of 2 lakh international units of vitamin A as soon as possible after delivery. Food sources of vitamin D are not very good. Vitamin D deficiency is fairly frequent in pregnant and lactating women. It is recommended that all breastfed infants receive supplementation with 400 international units of vitamin D, and also the mother should take vitamin D supplements. Food sources of iodine. Iodine required by lactating women are nearly double than those of the healthy adult, as the baby also needs sufficient iodine from milk to synthesize thyroid hormones. Iodine content of milk is variable and depends on maternal intake. The lactating mother will get her iodine from use of iodized salt in her diet. Food sources of iron. Iron supplementation is recommended to make up for losses that are sustained during childbirth. Women who exclusively breastfeed their babies usually don't get periods for a minimum of 6 months and thus don't lose iron much through menstruation. Supplementation with 1 tablet of iron, that is ferrous sulfate 60 mg, in addition to iron rich food is recommended for 3 to 6 months after delivery. Non-vegetarian foods, leafy vegetables, jaggery, dates, black currants are very good sources of iron. Cooking food in iron utensils also increases its iron content. Using lemon, that is vitamin C, increases bioavailability of iron. Food sources of calcium. Calcium is an essential part of during lactation. Mothers should take calcium rich foods such as dairy products, canned fish, whole grains, broccoli, green leafy vegetables, cabbage, tofu, sesame seeds, almonds and other dry fruits. If a woman's diet is deficient in calcium, then calcium supplement of 600 mg is recommended. Calcium should be taken separately from iron supplements. Can a malnourished woman breastfeed? Poor diet is more likely to affect mother than the baby. Babies of malnourished mothers usually don't reflect same state of malnourishment because they can draw much of what they need from breast milk at the expense of the mother. Because micronutrient level is quickly reflected in breast milk, renourishment of the woman is effective for mother and infant both. It is less expensive and safer to nourish the mother than it is to give infant artificial milk. Foods that mother should avoid while breastfeeding. There are no foods that a mother should avoid while breastfeeding. It is generally recommended that the mother should eat whatever she likes, and it is important that she eats all the variety of food. Breast milk gets flavor from food and the spices that the mother has eaten, and this has a positive effect when infant begins to eat solid foods because they learn to accept variety of foods. She should restrict caffeine and alcohol to a certain extent. Occasionally, baby may have a food allergy from mother's diet, but this is very rare, and in that case it may be helpful to eliminate that food from the mother's diet. And the concept of hot food and cold food is wrong. Detailed history with open questions and counseling about diet and sufficient education is very important. Intake of foods rich in iron, folate, vitamin A, B, calcium and iodine. Intake of variety of foods that include proteins, energy, vitamins and minerals. Clean, safe drinking water, personal and environmental hygiene. These are the important things. She should be asked about her cooking skills. If the woman or the family is willing to learn, refer her to appropriate resources. Involvement of family during counseling will help the mother to make appropriate changes in her diet. So, thank you.